You probably use a lot of web pages that are encrypted. Now, this encryption happens using the secure socket layer or SSL, or it may use transport layer security, which is TLS. You would normally think that if it's encrypted, you're actually protected pretty well. The problem is that there is a utility that will actually strip out that SSL and give you plain text in response. So we're going to take a look at how you can actually make use of that utility that's called SSL Strip. The first thing I need to do is make sure that we have the right kernel parameters in place. This is a kernel value that is going to make sure that messages that come in that aren't really for us, because we're about to get those, can be sent back out. Typically, we don't have forwarding, so you can't transmit messages from one interface to another because you don't really want your device to become a router. Then you end up potentially being a go-between across a couple of networks and opening the door to various attackers. So in this case, we're set to 1, so we're allowing forwarding. If it wasn't set to 1, if it was set to 0 instead, you would do this. Proxys net IPv4. So we're going to echo out the value 1 into this file. So now I've got that done. I need to actually set up a rule using my firewall here. So I'm going to say -t nat, that's the table that I want, and I want the pre-routing. So before I make any decisions at all about what I'm doing, I need it to run through this rule. So TCP -destination port is going to be 80, and then J redirect going to be 2 port 8080. So we're going to be able to do a little bit of redirection here, which is going to allow us to run into this utility. So now all I need to do is start up SSL Strip, and I'm going to be listening on port 8080 with SSL Strip. And then over here, we're going to use ARP spoof on my WLAN 0 interface, and then 172.30.42.1 is my gateway on this particular network. I can see that here, 172.30.42.1. So I'm going to ARP spoof -I WLAN 0, and then 172.30.42.1. Now, we have used ARP spoof previously. This is going to do a man-in-the-middle attack using ARP spoofing, and it's going to get all frames that are destined for 172.30.42.1 to come to my network interface. Once it's here, now I can actually start using SSL Strip in order to strip the SSL, and then I will get actual plain text back from the web connection that is being used. And that's how you can use SSL Strip in order to strip encrypted web communications, and you can do that over Wi-Fi.